2 weeks ago, I safely installed China's military operating system that might replace Windows. I hope this is possible. By clicking continue a number of times and managed to run one of my favorite Windows applications on it. This was my first successful time using Linux because last time I tried it, I nuked my Windows. So I will need to do it the safest way possible. I tried clean Ubuntu on my old potato desktop, and this is what happened after hours of troubleshooting errors I had no clue about. Start by opening Kylin OS, right? Wrong. Start by opening your favorite browser and type download Kylin OS. Choose this site that says Ubuntu Kylin 22.04.5 LTS, Jammy Jellyfish. It's actually called Jellyfish because Ubuntu developers rely on these names rather than giving numbers like Ubuntu 1 or Ubuntu 1000. Genius. Ubuntu Kylin 22.05.5 LTS, Jammy Jellyfish. LTS actually means long-term support for Ubuntu software for nearly 6 years of software updates. Yes, I like that. Select an image. The desktop image allows you to try Ubuntu Kylin without changing your computer at all. Does this mean that I can try Kylin OS without completely nuking my Windows?
Oh my god! Wow!
64-bit PC AMD 64 desktop image. AMD 64 simply means that your computer can do bigger and faster jobs because it can work with more information at one time. Beautiful. This will download a massive 6.6 gigabyte file which you will need to create a bootable universal serial bus USB, or you can actually try using a VirtualBox. A VirtualBox is like a computer inside of your computer where you can test viruses and other operating systems without affecting or nuking your major computer. Beautiful. In order to get VirtualBox in your browser, type download VirtualBox. Choose the first website that says downloads, choose your operating system, and the download will automatically start. You will also need a VirtualBox extension pack, which is simply a piece of software that actually contains extra utilities that VirtualBox will need. For example, drivers, otherwise the VirtualBox may fail to connect to the internet or fail to recognize the right resolution of your monitor. Linux expert. Now that we're done with the downloads, it's time to open and test Kylin OS, right? Wrong. We actually need to prepare the Ubuntu Kylin environment where the downloaded Kylin ISO will be installed. You will start by installing VirtualBox software and by double-clicking the setup. Once this window pops up, click New. VM name Kylin OS. OS type is Linux, of course, and leave the rest as it is. On this page, you'll figure out how powerful your virtual computer will be, from the base memory or RAM, number of CPUs, and the actual disk space or storage of your virtual computer. Beautiful. So, can I build my dream PC in a VirtualBox? Interesting. What I know is that clanking up numbers will actually give me better performance provided I don't exceed these marked red lines. I would be safe. One more step is actually adding the boot image, or actually a file that contains the operating system, and to do this, right-click the VirtualBox and choose Settings. Choose Expert and move to Storage. Beautiful. And select Controller IDE. It actually means a small component in a computer that allows communication between the computer hard drive and the connected peripherals like CD drive or flash drive, so they can seamlessly exchange information. Nice. So in this case, it shows empty, and to fix this, click on empty and move to the optical drives and select choose a disk file. Select the Ubuntu Kylin ISO that we downloaded and check live CD or DVD. Click OK. Nice. Now let's boot Kylin OS and power up our computer. Moment of truth. Oh, something just happened. The VirtualBox crashes and gives me this error. View name not available. I have no clue what that means. View name not available error in VirtualBox. View name not available error in VirtualBox appears when Windows features like Hyper-V, Sandbox, or security tools block virtualization. Oh, so it means that to get the VirtualBox working, I'll need to enable virtualization features, which means giving my computer the ability to run and test other guest operating systems without actually hurting my computer. And to do this, you need to restart your computer and spam the delete key or escape key and boot into BIOS. In my case, it's the escape key, but you can Google your motherboard name and add BIOS name to know the correct key to spam. Beautiful. From here, go to Advanced, System Options and check Virtualization Technology (VTX) and Virtualization Technology for Directed I/O (VTD). Save and exit.
A few moments later.
Ooh, it actually worked, Linux genius. But I need this window to be scaled to the actual resolution of my monitor. And to scale it, click View and choose Scaled Mode. The virtual machine window will now be switched to scale mode. You can go back to windowed mode at any time by pressing Host plus C switch. From here, try or install Ubuntu Clean. We have a Ubuntu animation. Oh, why is the installation menu in Chinese? And to fix this, I actually need to choose a language I understand, which is English. Beautiful. You can try Ubuntu Clean without making any changes to your computer directly from the CD. Or, if you are ready, you can install Ubuntu Clean or instead of your current operating system. This shouldn't take long. I'm sure it does, depending on the power of your hardware. Given that I already configured my virtual computer, why not just install the operating system? Just in case my privacy leaks to the Chinese government, I will just nuke my whole computer. Choose a keyboard layout, English of course, and I think these are various English-speaking regions. Feel free to choose yours. Continue. Updates and other software. You need at least 18 gigs. Oh my god. Disk space to install Ubuntu Clean. This computer has only 8.6 gigabytes. How do I even increase disk space on my virtual computer? It should be simple, I guess. I think you go to Settings and Storage. Oh, I can't actually see the option to increase disk space. I only see controllers of the virtual computer, meaning I'm in the wrong place. How about system-based memory? No, it's like RAM. Wrong place again. How to increase storage size in virtual machine in VirtualBox. To resize the disk of the existing virtual machine in VirtualBox, click Tools, Media Properties and select target.vdi and input the desired size. Okay. File, Tools, Media Properties, and this is the actual .vdi I want to change. And let me increase it to around 40 gigabytes. Nice. And I will run the installation again.
A few moments later.
Or we're now back to updates and software. What apps would you like to install to work with? A normal installation includes a web browser, utilities, office software, games, and media players, while the minimal installation only comes with a web browser and basic utilities. I'll choose normal installation and click continue. Installation type: this computer currently has no detected operating systems. What would you like to do? Of course, erase the disk. Should I erase the disk and install Kylin OS? Or this simply means nuking my Windows operating system again? Something else. But what is that something else? You can create or resize partitions yourself or choose multiple partitions for Ubuntu Clean. How about advanced features? These are actually utilities that allow you to configure partition types while installing Ubuntu. LVM, which is a logical volume manager that gives you the flexibility to resize, move, or even merge disks without rebooting the system. Beautiful. Erase and use ZFS. This is a zettabyte file system, which I think it means large. Nope, which is simply used to keep files and adds an extra layer of security, giving you the ability to recover the files on your system or simply encryption. Beautiful. But since this is a virtual computer, I will choose none because I will eventually delete this computer after. Let's install now. If you continue, the changes listed below will be written to the disks. Otherwise, you will be able to make further changes manually. Of course, the partition tables of the following devices are changed. I guess not my real hard disk. SCS13 in brackets 000 SDA. I actually have no clue what this is, and says the following partitions are going to be formatted, this one and this one, and boom. It's now asking me where I am. I hope they don't come for me. Who are you? Squid. And that is my password. Confirm password. Require a password to log in. And continue. Kylin OS actually does the opposite. For Windows, you create an account after a complete installation, but for Kylin OS, you create an account before even installing the operating system. I'll be right back after the installation.
A few moments later.
We are back to the Ubuntu animation and it says installation complete. You need to restart your computer in order to use the new installation. Please remove the installation medium and press enter. What do you mean? I literally have nothing plugged in this computer. but pressing enter should just take me straight into the OS. At the animation screen again. Okay, enough of the animations, Ubuntu. Oh, we have something. Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully installed Ubuntu Clean. Ubuntu 24.4.4 LTS available. Would you like to upgrade? Please ask later. My screen is actually so scaled down, things look a little bit smaller, and let's see how to fix it. Usually on Windows, to change the display settings, you just right click and choose display settings. How about on Kylin OS? Maybe not. I can only see view type. I think this is related to changing the size of the icons on the screen. I think we should click here and go to settings. Oh, this menu looks actually familiar to Windows 10 settings app. Go to system and there you have it, the display settings. I think we have to change the resolution, and as of now it's set to 1920 by 1440. And I think it needs to be set to 1920 by 1080. Oh, Linux genius. Updated software has been issued since Ubuntu Clean 22.4 was released. Do you want to install it now? 706 MB will be downloaded. Remind me later. First things first, Kylin OS looks like Windows 11. This is Windows, this is Kylin OS. Same folders and taskbar. Good job, Ubuntu. I'll be exploring a few apps in Kylin OS and see what they actually do. Starting with the computer, which is completely Windows packaged in Ubuntu. It looks so similar to Windows. On your left, you get your favorites, all the attached media, and network neighborhood, Windows network. I think they are referring to local network by saying network neighborhood. This is the menu, same as that on Windows, where all applications that are installed on your computer can actually be found. Ubuntu actually offers some of the software you need out of the box and completely free of charge. Let's start with the display. It actually supports touchscreen. Beautiful. You have your default apps for browser, mail, image viewer, audio, and video player plus text editor. And some of these are Ubuntu native apps, which I think guarantees smoothness since Ubuntu is lightweight. Nice. Power settings that actually let you choose behaviors of how your computer manages power. For example, choosing what happens when you press the power button, and you can also set a timer for when your computer should sleep. For example, 15 minutes of inactivity. Beautiful. Next, we have Auto Boot. This actually includes a list of startup applications or boot applications which start the moment you power on your computer, like Blue Man Applet, which means Bluetooth, I think. This app starts automatically after booting Ubuntu to allow your Bluetooth devices connect seamlessly without you needing to connect them manually. Devices will show you a list of connected devices to your computer like mouse, printer, or keyboard. But first, let's turn off mouse acceleration by clicking here and unchecking acceleration. Beautiful. You can also personalize your desktop by changing wallpapers. Nice. It comes with a character map which lets you use symbols and characters that are not physically on your keyboard. In Grappa Archive Manager, similar like to WinRAR on Windows, used like to compress and decompress files in different formats. It comes with Firefox browser for browsing the internet, of course. Clean Assistant, more like an applet that maintains the system by cleaning up junk files and ensuring that the system is protected. I think let's run a scan and see. Hopefully we're safe. Oh, we have garbage worth 200 MB. Let's clean up that. Actually, easy peasy. Oh, a password is required to clean garbage. Nice security feature. We have the App Store, which is more of the app marketplace where you can download software. Let me see whether I can get my favorite. Oh, it doesn't exist. I think there's a Chinese version with a different name for screen recording software like OBS. Let's browse and see whether we can find some popular software. Oh, I see Blender. Blender is actually a 3D modeling software used to create 3D environments and scenes by using geometry and other modeling techniques. Let's try installing it because I know this is a very source-intensive application, and let me see how it runs on Kylin OS. It's actually something like 28 MB only. That's a fraction of the Blender setup size on my Windows and Mac. Now that the Blender download is done, it actually opens just like any other Blender I've seen before, but I don't know why it has a blue tint. Oh, it's so stuttering to the point that it's not usable. Next, we have a pair of Office software similar to Microsoft Office, for example, LibreOffice, used for typing text documents, LibreCalc, more of spreadsheets, LibreImpress for presentations, and many many more applications. Nice. And this all come pre-installed on your operating system. My honest opinion about Kylin OS is that however lightweight the software might be, it still requires a lot of optimization, mostly in popular apps, for example, Blender, which is widely used by many creators, but the fact that it is barely unusable still gives Windows and macOS dominance due to a vast application compatibility. I, by the way, tried customizing Apple's browser, and to watch how it went, click here. Oh, one more thing.
早上好，中国！现在我有冰淇淋，我很喜欢冰淇淋，但是速度与激情就比冰淇淋速度与激情就我最喜欢，所以现在是音乐时间，准备，1、2、3。